Build, conquer, and thrive. That's our game plan. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Em and Rutha. Welcome back to Manor Lords. Today, we are going to be optimizing this beautiful and brutal city to become the best in the region. I'm very excited. I've got some plans here. Now, obviously, last episode, we did add Nuzlo over to our west. Very excited to have this, but it is going to be kind of like a little support town. We're not going to focus too much on this today. I do feel like it's kind of on autopilot. I mean, we could use some more people, but we got plenty of food. We got plenty of fuel. I'm going to say, if anything, let's just build a couple more houses so we can build houses along this little pathway here. Let's make sure they have the big backyards and we can kind of come across. Boom, that looks good. So we've got one person working on that. We do need somebody in our saw pit. We don't have anybody there. We also don't have anybody in our granary. I think I'm going to take somebody off of our hunting because we're about halfway on the animals there. Let's let those regain. We're going to have some people building, and then we'll put people back on other stuff, and hopefully we get some people moving in the winter. Now, back at home, winter is approaching. That's our time to build and expand. The fields are taken care of. Pretty much everything is good to go. We've got some extra families. We're going to be building some new houses. We also need to make sure we're on the lookout for bandit camps. All right, let's go. Come on. Call to arms right away. Do not waste any time. Get out there, gentlemen. I know it's not the best time of year for this. It's a little bit cold. It's a little bit rainy, a little bit muddy, but we need to ride at dawn. And by dawn, I mean right now. We need to get out there as soon as possible. Let's go attack this bandit camp before anybody else can get there. Absolutely send it. Let's go. They're calling up their armies too. We need to be on top of this. We need to get 1,000 influence so we can take over another territory. This is pretty much a foot race here. We should be able to beat them. They're getting a head start here, but they have a bigger troop and they've got heavier weapons. We just have the arrows here. So if we're racing them there, we want to get that influence. We want to win this battle. If we lose a couple of guys in the process, that's okay. The biggest thing is getting that influence and then taking them out and hopefully being able to... Ooh, look at this. We've got burgage plots and stuff done. Come on, beat them. Let's go. This is huge. This is going to be really close, but I think we got them. I think we got them. We got them. All right, they chose us. Let's go. This is the group of guys we're going up against. I don't love that we only have archers. We could lose some people here. We've got 36 archers. And we should probably just shoot at will. Go to work. Let's see if we can win this battle. We don't want to see these numbers drop. We're at 36 right now. We want to break them before we lose anybody. I appreciate your sacrifice, and I'm sorry for the wives and children at home. Shoot, we lost 2? Oh, no. Oh, we lost 3? We lost 4? Are the other armies still coming? They might come help. Nope, they're still really far away. We lost 4 people so far. They've got to be almost done. Their effectiveness is dropping. We've lost 5 men. This is really not good. I wish I could get down on the ground. I don't think there's any roads for us to go on. We've lost 6 men. This is not good, dude. This is not what I wanted. But we got them. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's hurry up and let's go get their bandit camp. That's just a sacrifice we have to make. We're up to 884 influence. If we could do that one more time, we're going to be able to settle a new spot. Let's make sure we beat them to the camp. We did. I mean, honestly, we could potentially... I'm going to send that to my treasury. Grab all of our guys. I mean, 6 is a small price to pay. I think it's going to be worth it. We got to get them home. We have a lot of sidearms, small shields, large shields, spears. We're actually... I think we're working on spears right now. Let me check our blacksmith. He should. Yeah, we've got a new focus on spears, so let's keep an eye on that. We've got a lot of handheld items, so like we're ready to raise an army with more than just archers, but archers are quicker. And with the fact that we're having to beat him to any of these bandit camps over here, obviously it makes it kind of a big deal to make sure that we're light on our feet and getting there as quick as possible. So that was a bit unfortunate, but it's going to be okay. The wives will remarry. We'll figure it out. Now, as these brave gentlemen come back home, let's talk about what we're going to be doing to optimize this town. And I think one of the biggest things I feel like we did a pretty good job. When we first started off, we started with burgage plots that had the bigger backyard thing. Like when you go in and you're constructing a new house, you can choose to do kind of like a tiny one that's not a good example. You can do kind of a smaller one where it's just the house, or if you go a little bit larger, you can have the house, the expansion, and especially the backyard back here is kind of the important thing. So that way you can turn them into specialties. Like this is a joiner. He makes shields. This is a blacksmith. He can make weapons and armor and things like that. Last episode, we did these bigger gardens. So they're going to be able to tend to more vegetables. They're going to be able to bring more to the marketplace. I think these houses are really the biggest thing in the game. Obviously, we've got vegetables and stuff over here that we can turn into other stuff, but it's just much more streamlined. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to move people around. They're just always working for you. So if you have enough of these specialty things, whether they're making clothes or food or whatever else, your town's just going to kind of run itself, and you don't have to keep moving people around and changing people up and stuff like that. So I really want to build more of these. I want to optimize it. I have a little list over here. I want more garden houses. I want goat houses so we have more leather. We don't have to focus on hunting as much, and then we can make more clothing. I want bakers that we're going to put down by the farms. They're going to be able to grab the flour that comes out of the windmill and immediately start turning it into bread, so we don't have to employ somebody in the communal oven. I want farm housing. So I really want a lot of people tending to the farms. I want to keep expanding this. So I think we should have like a little neighborhood of farmhouses here where it's all people that solely work on the farm. We could put charcoal housing over here, which is kind of the same idea. Those people will always just work on the charcoal. We could even put another like log cutting camp or something over here so that everything's all in one little space. Basically just want to optimize the spaces that people are in and make sure people are really specific in what they're doing and next to the stuff that they need. And I feel like that's going to completely change the game for us. Another thing I found, which I did not realize, when we look at the marketplace here, look at this. So like this one, everything is covered except for the tavern supply. We've been struggling with that. We're going to be okay. Hopefully, I think this guy's supposed to be working on it, right? He should be. Yeah, he's crafting brew right now, so we should get that over to the tavern. We could potentially put another brewer right here, so we have 2 people working and we're always set up. But you know how like some of these, this says it has plenty of fuel, plenty of food, plenty of clothing, but then if we go back here, it says it doesn't have it. Look at this. If you hover over fuel, it shows all the houses that are properly fueled. If you hover over food, it shows we just need more of these items. So that the 5 pieces of food we have are meat, berry, bread, egg, and honey. If we look up at our food up here, we only have 2 bread, 2 egg. We don't have any honey right now. That's why we have the right combos. We just don't have enough of those combos. So we need to make more bread, make more honey, make more whatever to be able to reach to these outside areas. We've also got clothing here. We just need more of that. So we're going to kind of focus on hopefully getting everything in the green, upgrading some stuff, getting more specialized workers, and making sure everything's covered so we can continue expanding. I think we're close. We need 7 more houses upgraded to level 3. Just need tavern and clothing to be able to get some of these. We might be able to get a fully upgraded village to go up to a small town or medium town. All that talk on our men are still out here, just traipsing back home. My goodness, that would be this is literally like a 2-week trek. I feel bad. Hopefully we're not going to fall too far behind on our fuel and stuff. Let me make sure. There was another bandit camp that popped up. I would laugh really hard. I don't think there is, though. I don't know if they could pop up in things you already own or not. I feel like they might be able to. I'm not sure. We have houses built here. Beautiful. Looks like we've got some more food available. Dude, the rich plot just adds up so quickly. So we'll take that. Nobody's moved in yet. We need to get this up to 50%. It's just going to take a little bit of time. We don't have any homelessness or anything, so we should get population growth to go up. Right now, there's none because the approval's too low, but I think next month we should have people starting to come in. So yeah, I think we're just going to do a whole lot of constructing in this one, and we're going to hope that we can get a bunch of people moving into areas. So let's just go down the list. We've got a couple of garden houses to start things off. I'll leave those there for now. We're going to see how those end up performing. Goat houses. I think getting hides is going to be important. Obviously, we do have this hunting area here, but that's limited. So if we can get that kind of optimized and automatic, then that could be huge. So our tannery is right here. We're probably going to want these somewhere near that. If we built some houses kind of along this, how could we look? We could get 3 with backyards, 1 with an extra. That's actually not terrible. Can we leave a little bit of extra space for a roadway? Nope, can't build anything there. Shoot, okay. I'm going to say let's remove this road. We're going to have this go here. It's going to come out and around. And then I think this road, it could continue straight out. And then maybe kind of cut this way. There we go. So it goes by the corpse pit. Sorry for the goat families. They're going to live across from a corpse pit, but I guess that's just kind of the price you pay to live in this community. I don't know. We'll do a little shortcut there, a little path less traveled, but yeah, we should be able to make, I'm thinking probably 3 houses. with some space to expand. I really hate that they're going to have to be right next to it. We could have this come out, connect these, and then bring this around the back side here. Kind of like that. Kind of keep everything linked up, and then they could go here. I don't know. We're not going to be perfect. We're just going to try to do the best that we can. So I'm going to have the houses start probably here. Come this way. How's that looking? That's 3 good-looking goat houses right there. We'll see how that ends up going. So we've got goat houses. Next up is going to be bakers and farmhouses. Now, obviously, farming is a huge part of this town going forward. So, I definitely think we need a farming subdivision. I'm thinking let's grab a road. We're going to have this go straight back behind the farm, straight across this way. And I'm thinking, you know, kind of surrounding the actual farm itself. Now, you can have up to 8 families, so we could do up to 8 houses. I'm going to leave space if we need them. But I don't think we should do 8 houses off the rip. So the farm families don't need the backyards. We just need simple houses. So we could do 3 there. We could also do them along this. 3. I'm kind of looking to get to 4 if we can. Looks like that's going to be 4. And we really don't need them that deep because they're not going to be doing anything besides tending to the farm. So let's get this nice and even. Something like that looks pretty good. So we can make those. And then I feel like, or actually, you know what? I'm going to delete these for right now. We're going to make this a bit more subdivision-y. I feel bad. I think we already had an ox out here. Let's have this go straight back. And then we could have it come across like this. So everything's all linked up. And then we could put the houses all the way to the edges just because that'll look a little bit nicer. Ooh, we don't want it like that. We want it like this. Your first 2 are the most important. So that's going to get us all, but 1 is going to have a backyard. Beautiful. So we have that. And then we could do another road here. Or really, we could do... I mean, I don't think we need a line of 8, but we could do another road here and have it kind of go like this. And bring it back across and link everything up. So if we want to add more houses in the future, and we could even kind of link these here, just give people the most possible ways to get around so that they don't have to worry about cutting corners or anything like that. So that looks good there. All right, so we're going to have 4 farmhouses there. I think eventually we want 8 families. I don't want to only focus on farm. Now for the malt house, we're going to want another... I mean, we could put another brewer here. Let's go for it. We'll just do 1. Looks like it's even got enough space for an expansion, so we could build that one there. That's going to be a brewer because they're going to be able to grab the malt from the malt house right here. We can make another road to that. And then they could just drop it off over here at the tavern when they're done with it, so that's great. I'm going to double check and make sure we don't have any other... Oh, there's another bandit camp popping up. Do we go... I think we go send it, dude. I think we have to. Our guys are still actually out there already. So we're going to lose even more men, but it's going to be okay. They were still coming home. They had not made it home yet, and we're already sending them back out into the wilderness. What we could do is just send some units out and have them stay out there, but the problem is we're a lot less productive at home when that happens. Nobody out in this one. Let's go see how this goes. Now, there's a chance... Oh, I was going to say there's a chance this is empty, but it's not. Here we go. We have an open field battle. This is what I'm talking about. Get it done, boys. Loose the arrows. Take them out. We already dropped somebody off the rip. Dropped a couple more. I like that we had a wide open territory here. This is much better fighting for us instead of in the forest. Obviously, when we get up close and personal, this is where we could lose a couple of guys, but we should be okay. We could even kind of speed up the battle. Dude, the battles are insane. We didn't lose a man there. They're running off. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go claim that territory. And that gives us 1.2 thousand influence. Technically, we could snag this if we wanted. We could lay claim to it right now. Now, we run the risk of possibly going to war, but I don't think it's the worst idea in the world. So we're going to go take this bandit camp, and then I think we're going to lay claim to this territory. Which one do we want of the 2? There's berries, clay... hunting. Oh, sorry, this is iron. Hold up. I'm going to take, I'm going to send it to my treasury because we're going to be able to hire mercenaries out of that, which is important. Let me slow this down. We'll pause this. So we've got berries, we've got iron, we've got hunting, we've got a rich clay, and we've got rock. Or we've got rich berries, which we have at home. We've got rich iron, which we have at home. We have rich iron at home, right? I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, we've got a rich iron at home. I say we take this then. It's got rich clay, which we don't have anywhere else. Okay, I'm gonna send my guys back home. Good luck getting home, fellas. Get it done. And I am going to claim gold off with our influence. Press a claim towards the reach, and now we are kind of butted up against all of his army. We're in good standing with him, though. There's nothing bad here. We can ask him for silver. We can accept claims. We could declare war. It looks like we're okay for right now, so I'm really hoping this goes well for us. It might have been smarter to take the territory that has two borders that are to the edge of the map and not the one that's surrounded on three sides, but we're going to be okay. Hopefully that goes well for us, and if we see any other bandit camps pop up, we're going to make sure we lay our claim as quickly as possible. We need to grab these. We're going to have to eventually take over this whole map. I don't even know if we're going to start up a new territory, like a new settlement here yet. I think we're just going to kind of focus on what we have going on back here at home. So, yeah, let's keep building. We've got the farmhouses that should start going up once the guys get home. Nothing's actually being built because nobody's home to build it currently. I'm going to say, I mean, the farm is here, the windmill's here, the baker is here. I'm going to say we have a couple of houses across here. These are going to be the bakers. Let's make them as close as possible. I don't know which direction we want to have them go. Can we fit, if we can fit 3 in here, that's 2. Or we could go here, come across, and probably that's 2. We need bigger backyards though. We might have to move this malt house. This field is fallowed. I don't really want to take that out. I'm going to say, if we demolish the malt house, it's going to leave stuff there. I think we demolish it. If you want me to be honest, we could put that kind of over closer to the tavern anyway. Okay, let's... We could also just put them here. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like they're running that much further. If we put it like this, we can get 3 houses in. If we go like so, 3 houses with the backyards, that works for me. So those are going to be bakers. They also could be malt people, depending on where we want it. So that's pretty solid there. So we've got a new goat community over here, which our buildings are already going up. We've got the new farming community over here. We've got the new baker community. We've got a second guy that's going to be turning malt into ale. I actually think we want a tailor over here. So you know what? We could do another one. Let's make a tailor. That's kind of a fun house, but it's not going to have the backyard that we want. If we go like that, no, that's not going to work. Shoot, we need a little bit more space over here. I guess we could do kind of like this. We can get 2 there. Hold on. What if we do through like this? That's 1 with an expansion. What if we went all the way back here? Ah, look at that. That's kind of a fun one. We could turn that into a tailor. I feel like it takes up a lot of space, though. Just want to get them close. If we go like this, is this 2 houses with backyards? It is. I kind of like how you can make it all interesting and weird and like not perfect. I kind of like it when they're a little bit random. So that's going to be a tailor. They can use the goats here. Or the sheep, the yarn from the sheep or whatever we get. What do you get from sheep? Wool. And then they could turn that into whatever else. They can also take stuff from the tannery and turn it into shoes. Or really, these could be the goat people because it's more livestock. Like we've got sheep and goats over here. And then these could be the actual workers since they're a little bit closer. That makes more sense. I think I'm going to make 1 more house over here. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get everyone to actually move into these homes. Otherwise, this is going to get really weird. We'll just leave it at 2 for now. If we need to build more later, we can. The last thing I want to do is we have this charcoal setup over here. This is one of the most important things that we can do. Obviously, as we expand out, we're going to need better, more efficient fuel. And we're currently kind of struggling on that a little bit. We only have 4 months. So I'm going to say we don't want to get into the berries. We also don't want to get too far into the hunting territory. I'm going to put 1 more person on hunting right now. Get us a little bit of extra food. We need people that are willing to work at the charcoal plant. I wonder if we move... We can't move it. I think we set up charcoal maybe out here. It's kind of a tough one. Honestly, maybe even out here because there's so many woods out here. We could set up a secondary charcoal plant and then put some housing out here that's just really far away. We could put charcoal people, the houses out here, and then they still don't have to walk that far. I mean, we could have like a direct path straight over. I think that works. I like having them close, but not too close. So let's, we're going to set up some burgage plots that run this way. At least, oh gosh, that's a lot. I was gonna say at least 3 or 4. You know what we could do? Let's just put their houses. Let's put their houses right next to the charcoal plant. So we'll say 3 of them. I don't even think they need the backyards. We'll add the backyards just in case, because we might want to change it up in the future. But they're gonna be working at the charcoal plant, and then we could put the wood cut. I mean, we just might need another wood cutter, honestly, but I guess that's what we have out here. We'll figure that out later. We need more firewood. I feel like our firewood, which is here, the woodcutter's lodge, just doesn't work very quickly. I guess we currently have 153 firewood, so that's actually not that bad. So we've got a bunch of houses going up. We just got to kind of wait for those to be completed, and then hopefully people are going to start moving in. I haven't been taxing anyone. We've got a ton of market and clothing and church and everything else, so we're just trying to make sure that people are happy. We could build a second church. I don't know if that helps. Can we build a second church right now? Another wooden church is not going to cost much. Could we see if that maybe helps us out? Do we want a second church, like maybe for the farm folk out here? I'm just going to send it. We'll find out. I'm going to put that on high priority. And we're using a lot of resources on that, but that could potentially help us out. If we get higher approval ratings, we're going to have people moving in quicker. 76% is actually huge because that's high population growth. So we'll see if that has any sort of a benefit. I'm not sure if it does, but, you know, hopefully people are going to be happy if we have more places of faith for them. So, all right, looking pretty good. If we check back here, how are we looking in Nuzlo? I added a few more houses. Looks like those are going to be going up with time. We don't have any additional people moving in, maybe because it's winter time, but if we get some more people, we're definitely going to be sitting pretty here. The guys back home yet? Oh my gosh, dude, they're so far away. Okay, let's just go ahead and speed things up a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know if we're ever going to get anything done. Looks like food and fuel are still hanging in there. We're doing okay. Region has been claimed. That's what I'm talking about. And it looks like we still have one more that we can work with. I almost thought that it looked like that was yellow for some reason, but it's not. Okay. Hopefully we're going to be able to make it 4 and 4. We'll see what happens there. I honestly don't think we're going to need much more than what we have right here. I'm just kind of playing offense to play defense. I think with the amount that we're producing, which speaking of which, we're only at 21. Oh, he's been out fighting. He hasn't been making spears. Did our blacksmith die? He didn't die, did he? That's the thing. Is he back? He's back. We could get ourselves in trouble if somebody dies and then, you know, we aren't producing the things that we need to be producing. But all right, things are looking pretty good. Let me check. So we've got 36 grain, 50 flat. Dude, we've basically been paused while all the men were out battling. Church is going up, so let's remember we're at 68%. We have +9 for the church level, so we'll see if we get a higher than that when the church is completed, the second one. Family members join the settlers in Emmenruth. That's what I'm talking about. So we've got another family there. We've never had anybody assigned to the church. I mean, we've got a bunch of building things happening, so I'm not going to do that right now. I don't know if it's needed. I don't know how that works. I don't know what the plan is on that. Food and fuel are going up. Things are looking all right, dude. I like it. Do we have somebody on hunting? We do. I think we're starting to hit the point of momentum where it's going to be a big snowball rolling downhill and we're going to be in good shape. Construction's finished. Wooden church is finished. We're up to 73%. We were at 76, right? I don't know how that's going to end up working out, but we just want to see these numbers going up. We want to see people moving in. We've got all these extra houses. Our farmhouses are live. When we start getting people in these, we're going to make sure they're assigned to the farm. We're looking good, dude. Should we upgrade the church to level 2? We can. We're at 78%. Let's go for it. We're going to go for a second church, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Can you access it from multiple sides? You might be able to once we're done with that. It took us so long to make one church one time, and now look at how quick we're moving. I'm going to say, should we add, I'm going to add a second. Are we looking on timber and firewood and stuff like that? We could potentially add we could add a second charcoal kiln and add more people to that. Honestly, I feel like it's not happening that quickly, so let's go for it. Where would that be? We're going to add a second charcoal kiln here. I don't understand why they're not really working or what we could do differently to make them work better. You could give this kind of a little windy road. Not too windy, but kind of a little connect it back to the main highway type thing. We could do another one off this side just so anybody can go any direction they want. We could even have this be a pass-through if they want to go straight around it. You want to give people as many ways to go as possible so they can stay as efficient as possible. Construction starting on the church here. We're at 83%. That's what I'm talking about. We're lacking entertainment. We need a better setup for the whatever it's called for our tavern, but we're looking okay. We should have, we've got war bows going, we've got spears going, we've got all kinds of stuff happening. How are we looking on our we've got no iron slabs. All right, so I'm gonna say, how are we looking on iron ore? We have plenty of iron ore, no iron slabs. So I'm gonna add a second person to the smithy. We could put houses out there. Shoot, dude, I'm gonna connect this road through here too, just in case they need it. Where does that even go? I'm not even sure. All these houses are done. We just need people to move into it. Until people move in, then we're gonna be really cooking, you know what I mean? But until then, it doesn't really change much for us. If you want me to be honest, I feel like the forester's hut is not doing much, so I might take somebody off of that. I feel bad. We might eventually regret that. We could move that out into our more forestry area. Maybe we try moving it and we'll see what happens there. I feel like it's not doing much for us. All right, we got more people joining. We need whole families moving in though. We need new houses. We don't need people joining houses. We want completely new houses. I want to see this explode to like a 60 number and then we're going to be cooking. So I'm going to set these. We're going to make these 2 goats, we said, right? So we're gonna have 2 goats here. When people move in, those are already gonna start producing. These here, we were gonna make probably tailors, so we're gonna have to upgrade them. Can we upgrade them yet? I think this one we can. So let's go ahead and upgrade that to level 2. This one we can as well. So we're gonna upgrade each of these to level 2, and then we're gonna change those into tailors, and then when this one has the ability, we'll do that as well. We're at a 50%. We have people adding into Nuslo. All right, that's huge. So we're gonna put somebody on the granary. We're gonna put somebody on the storehouse we already have. We don't have anybody on the saw pit, so we can start that. And I mean, we could have 2 people on the hunting. Dude, we're gonna have so much food. It's ridiculous. Well, we probably want somebody to be able to build. We're gonna keep building houses over here. I say, let's just kind of make this like a, I mean, we could just kind of follow the thing here, but I don't want it to be too uniform. So like, let's just kind of have, I don't want it to get too not optimized either. We could kind of have a little circle. I want to have fun with it. This is like a pretty little village for us here. So we're going to have it going in kind of a circle and come back around this way. We could build some more houses around that. I mean, while these guys are doing nothing, why not, right? So let's bring it around there. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at all the freaking houses. Okay, let's not go that hard. Let's go like this. That's weird. Like this. Beautiful. Okay, so we have those. And then we could have these. Then we could bring it around this way. Interesting. This is going to be a really interesting town, but we'll take it. It's just going to be like a big circle, I guess. I kind of like it, though. They've got 10 months of food and 20 months of fuel, dude. It is so easy when it's so small. I almost wonder if we might not want that many buildings. I'm not going to do... Let's take some back. I want to make sure... Once we can... what we need to do is build a castle or a church so that we can upgrade them to level 2 so we can turn them into ironsmiths so we can... start making armor. I don't think we want too many people. What do we need for the church over here? Are we on church yet? We need 20 planks. So we've got the saw pit going. We've got 10 right now. We're going to get to 20 in no time. We could even, maybe we focus planks for the time being. Let's get that church built. Let's get these guys working on making armor, and then we'll worry about adding more. But we definitely don't want too many people because we're going to run into some issues. So I'm you know what, this is phase 2 of Nuzlo, and we're just going to hold off on that. You don't want to grow too quickly. Going to turn all of these to vegetable gardens, so we have an entire city block of vegetable gardens here. We probably could connect these 2. Just try to make things as quick as possible. Connect this to the well. Bring it around town here. We could bring it around all sides. I like connecting everything, dude. This is really nice. Okay, so we've got a little cheat code there. We could even do a little a little cheat code here. Now, technically, this is supposed to be our castle area, but I'm not going to build any walls or anything around it. I'm one with the people. We're going to stick here with them through thick and thin, baby. So, looking pretty good. Do we have anything we could go fight? Thankfully, no. I want to keep people at home. I want to keep building. We need people to move in, baby. Come on, give me a March. We're about to go to March. Means we're going to have to start working on our crops and stuff like that. So let's see how this goes. We're up to 5 months, 77%, which is going to give us high population growth. That's what I'm talking about. Lack of entertainment. New families started moving into Burgage Plot Level 1. Which is our garden. We're going to have more food coming in, which means we're going to have more access to upgrading more homes. Can we upgrade this? No. We need more clothes. We should make a cobbler, honestly. I guess these could be tailors and cobblers is going to be kind of our objective. Let me see. I'm going to remove this. We'll have this come through. I'm going to have it tuck in tight. We can have it like that. Can I remove this? I can't remove that. Okay. We're going to have this go like that. I guess I just want to be able to build another house right here. I feel like we need one more house in this area. We could do 2 tailors and 2 cobblers. Like that. That looks good to me. Okay. Taking up a bunch of space, but that's going to be solid. We could do a second apiary here. I don't mind that. We're going to have to assign another family to it, but that's okay. So if we do, that should be in here, right? We're going to have up to 2 apiaries on one area. So we'll take that there. We'll link this up. Link this across to there. All right, so double beekeeping hives. It is kind of unfortunate because we're going to have to call a lot of families back to be able to work on the farm this spring, but we've expanded a lot, dude. We're starting to come together. I'm liking where we're at. I think eventually we're going to want to do another granary and another storehouse. I'm wondering if we did a storehouse for wood over here, that would help this, and then obviously another granary would help to have it over by the farm. I'm gonna wait until we have more people to be able to assign to those, but I do think eventually we're gonna outlive these. We could upgrade this to a large granary. I'm just gonna do that while we have the option here. Dude, I cannot believe that the moves that we're making. Look at this beautiful city up here on top of the hill. Just kills everything else around it. I can't believe we've made this. Like this game gives you such a heavy sense of accomplishment, like thinking how quickly we've expanded and we're taking care of our people and we have high demands for food and water and everything else, and it's just like, it's actually going pretty swimmingly and going well, and people are finding their flow, and winters used to be scary and now we're chilling. Like, this is great. I don't want to get too confident too early, but this feels good. I think on the trading post, I'm going to open up, oh gosh, I don't know. Do we want to... We're exporting warbows. Nobody's really trading with us. Nobody's buying anything. We have a bunch of warbows and shields to sell. We could start selling spears when we get up there. Small stone church has been completed. I'm thinking about... We could open up an ale thing to make sure we always have ale. We're at 79%. I mean, the lack of entertainment really isn't hurting us. I think once we have more fields running, we're going to be okay. So we can wait on that, but we might open up an ale trade eventually. We could have somebody working on clay, somebody in the clay furnace. I mean, we have so many extra families right now. We're going to have to pull some people back for the farm and for the forging the berries, but for right now, we're looking pretty good, baby. I'm feeling very confident in where we're at. We've got plenty of planks now, so I'm gonna take somebody off the saw pit. Let's add them back to the logging camp. Got tons of people in here too, so we're gonna build the church right here in the middle of town, right next to the market, and that's gonna make it so we're gonna be able to start turning these people into blacksmiths. Do we? Oh wait, what? It's on Immenruth. Now it's on Nuzza. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, 10 months of food, 20 months of fuel. That's what I'm talking about. I forgot we own gold off now too. We could start getting to work over here, but I don't know if it's needed. I don't want to expand too quickly. I want to make sure these two are fully good, and then we'll worry about that later. But yeah, let's turn this to very high construction. Let's get the church done, and then we're going to be able to turn these guys into blacksmiths. We do have the male. Then we got to upgrade again to be able to get advanced. Then we got to get master. How do we get the next level? We need 2 level 2 burgage plots, and we're going to be able to do that as soon as we have church. We need more food, and we need clothing. Okay. Let's turn one of these. We could go vegetable gardens or we could go chicken. This one's pretty big. I think we go vegetables on this. We're going to have a big field back there. We've got 35 coin. We are going to have coin to be able to upgrade to the armorer's workshop. So I'm going to save. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Worst case scenario, there is a berry plot out here. It's pretty far away, but we could potentially make that work. We could kind of snake a thing off, and we'll come out here and we could set up like a little berry thing. I really like it when it snakes, but it does make it a lot less, whatever you want to call it, efficient, because they have to zigzag back and forth. So let's just do like really light snakes here. So we could have a road that goes out to the berry plots, and we could make that work. Make the charcoal kiln a very high priority. The charcoal thing is just so weird to me, if you want me to be honest. We need people to move into these. Really what I need to do, and I'll have to do it off screen, or I'll just pause for a minute or something. We need to make sure everyone that's working in certain areas is doing what you need them to do. I wish we could, like, one of these families, I wish we could tell this family, hey, wait, I think you resign them to a different workplace. Can you tell them to move? Maybe you can't. I really wish you could tell them, hey, move over here and become a farmer. But I think you just have to wait for people to enter. All right, we're going to fast forward to March here. Look at this beautiful bustling city. Another ruler's army was sighted. He could be on the move. Where is that at? Oh, boy. Oh, they're going up to a bandit camp. We might be able to beat them. All right, oh, shoot. This is going to mess up our farming for the thing. Scare money, don't make money, baby. We got to go for it. All right. Calling all men. Let's get out there. Let's get after it. Rally the troops. It's time to go. We got to get it done. Come on, boys. Spring is going to be here before you know it, and we are going to have to be ready. We're going to have everyone tending in the fields for now. The women and children are going to have to take care of it. Let's go. Rally the troops. So it's so cool seeing all the guys run out. I feel like they need a little bit more hustle here, but we got to beat them to the camp. Let's go. How are they looking? Pretty typical bandit camp. We're at 221 influence. We got to get to 1,000 to be able to claim this last territory. I don't even want it. I just want it so that he can't grab it. The fellas are on the move, and the race is on, baby. Oh, gosh. There's no way we beat them, right? I mean, we are quicker. We're going to beat them. It's going to be close, but I think we might beat them. Can I give them, like, some performance enhancers here? What do y'all need? How do we beat you? It depends on which direction these guys go. Are we going to be closer? Go to the right, 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 please. Yes! Let's go. A little wintertime battle for the boys. Release those arrows. We took one down. All right, so we lost 6 guys last time. I'm going to say fire at will. Increases accuracy up close, but decreases accuracy at half the maximum range or more. They're already engaged. Hopefully we aren't going to lose too many guys. Dude, this is wild. I'm excited for the battles when we actually have multiple... Like, we have an axe unit and a spear unit and whatever else, and we're being smart. We didn't lose anybody there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go take their wares. We're going to put it in our treasury so we can hire mercenaries when we need it. When we start going against Van Bonarente, whatever his thing is, this belongs to my treasury. We're at $982. Looks good. And we're going to send the boys back home. It's March. Shoot. Okay. We're going to need maximum families in the farmhouse. We're going to well... You know what? I think we're going to want a good amount of families in the forger hut, too. I'm going to say food and fuel is looking okay. I'm going to take at least one off of that. Let's put it in the forger hut. I'm going to take at least one person off the sheep farm. We could shut down trading temporarily. The weaver workshop. They own a market stall. I'm trying to think I mean, maybe tannery. I'm going to take the tannery off. We're going to put them on the farmhouse. I just think we need all hands available. So wheat's going to be 39% this year, 35% there, 33% there, 30% here. So let's fallow this. I say we fallow this. I think we're going to be okay. Oh, we could definitely take somebody off of the logging camp. And we'll leave them there. This is going to fallow. Are one of these, could we go... How's barley looking? 20% there. 13% there. This is a tough call. Can we see? I really want barley, dude. We're just not in a good barley setup. How does our other... Dude, barley's just hard to grow, huh? I'm going to do another little barley field, I think. I think it's going to be important to have some barley. I guess we could come off this way. We'll see if it gets done. We're going to go for that. We're going to turn that into a barley field. 17%. 31% wheat. What's this one? 30% wheat, 20. Let's do the barley on 20, and then we'll fallow this. Obviously, the dream here is that we can eventually let fields rest a couple of years to get their nutrients up. We could end up getting that thing that lets you fertilize the land, so you could put like animals on it, and it makes it work better. Irrigation lowers the amount of damage from droughts. Rye crop for fields. You process into flour, but it's more resilient and can be grown in places with lower fertility. That sounds pretty good. Bakery extension produces bread from flour with twice the efficiency of the communal oven. Converts all inhabitants to artisans, locking them from being assigned. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're gonna try this. We'll see if we have enough oomph. I don't know if this is smart or not, but I'm gonna do another hitching post over here at the farm. We're gonna make this very high priority. We don't have any families to be able to build that right now, so we'll take somebody off the logging camp. I'm gonna order a couple more oxen. I don't know if we could use more oxen. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll try it. Oh, we could take people off clay too. The mining pit. We don't need people on that right now. The men are coming back from their successful hunt out there. Looks like nothing else has popped up, but we got our influence that we were looking for. Not as much as I would have liked, but all right. So we made it through the winter, and honestly, things are looking pretty good. We've got a couple of unassigned families. We could put them in the fields. We might just need all hands on deck in the fields. We could even build a second farmhouse eventually if we wanted. But, things are looking okay. Ooh, a new family started moving into which one? This is Burgage Plot level 2. Oh, this... Were we going to make this a tailor? A tailor's workshop? I read a comment that they said that they suggested pausing the game before doing the upgrade, that sometimes that works better. So a tailor's going to enable the production of clothes, cloaks, and gambesons. Let's do that. This Burgage Plot, we're going to put this high priority, try to get that thing done so we can upgrade it, get people moving in. This one, we can upgrade now. So if we have the ability to upgrade, we may as well go for it. Our market is definitely growing from where it was before. Look at how big this is. We're getting more and more food stalls, which means more and more is going to be covered. Look at this. Food variety is up to 85%. Clothing's at 85%. So we need to keep that going. Do we have somebody in our storehouse, large granary, weaver workshop? They're still working. Okay, we're looking okay. We just need more families. So the fields have been plowed. Do you have to actually do anything to fallow it? I don't think you do anything. I don't know how to burn the field either. Interesting. This should be wheat. We're gonna make that a very high priority. Shoot, we had them on the wrong thing. We want wheat on the crop type this year and then fallow the second and third year. Okay, hopefully we're gonna have enough time. This is fallow, fallow, fallow. This is fallow, fallow, fallow. Okay. But these will change to wheat next year, so we can preset those. And then this one is going to be fallow this year, and then I'm thinking barley the next. But it's looking like it's not that great. We got to figure out the farming, man. I don't really know. I feel like we're kind of on it, but I don't know the best way to do it. Our guys are just now getting home. We have to remember... Once we get all of them inside the circle, there we go. We always have to remember to disband them, otherwise they won't actually end up going home. But we're at 82% satisfaction. Let's go check on Nuzlo over here. 53% satisfaction. The church is looking nice. Everything's looking good. Looks like the food has dropped down a bit. Do we have somebody hunting? We could put 2 people back on hunting. We do have extra people here, so you know what? I'm going to take that... Let's slow this down. We don't want to be too quick. Ruth's getting new people. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take that berry plot. The forager hut. The road comes out here. Is that going to be too close? I don't think so, but we can make that a very high priority. We want to make sure we get somebody in that as soon as possible, and that's going to get us another market stall for food. Are we... We still need more food and clothing. Forgot about clothing. What's the easiest... Clothing. To be honest, I can't remember. What do we do... What did we do for clothing first over here? Oh, leather. So we just need a tannery. We already have hunting camps and stuff, so if we throw a tannery down, nobody's going to bat an eye at that. We'll get that set up. And then we should have plenty of food and everything. Looks like we're getting to work on the field. Dude, it takes an army out here, baby. We're not just talking about an army of soldiers. We're talking about an army of people. Look at all these carts. Look at all these people. I absolutely love it, dude. Oh, my goodness. They're all going to work. Look at this. We were kind of late on the thing, too. 28% done sowing there. 44% done there. We're still plowing on this one, and then we'll get to sowing. Dude, this, I mean, it's going to be no problem. I think we probably don't need... We have 0 grain, so we don't need the windmill right now. We'll keep people at the communal oven. We could put the person that was in the windmill at the communal oven to keep making bread. Food, we're at 6 months. Fuel, we're at 4. We need more fuel. So we could put somebody on this. We could have this maxed out. We still have some upgrades we want to do, though. Oh! For the tailor shop, we're going to need dyes. So we're going to have to make a dye setup. So we're going to have more use of those berries. Interesting. Not a forager hut. Which one is it? This right here, the dyer's workshop. Okay, so we're going to have to set up a dyer. Going to put that close to the berries. I get nervous if we go too close to the berry deposit because we could get ourselves in trouble. But it's not bad. All right, let's connect these roads. Connect it like that. Looks good. Can we get one that goes through the middle? Beautiful. All right, so we got our forager hut and then our dyer hut over here. We just need more people. If we could have enough people to have something in every single building, I want to make a couple other granaries and storehouses in different spots, but I want people that we always have somebody in the dyer's workshop. We don't have to move people around. We always have somebody, like we took somebody off this goat farm. I want to have enough people we can always have somebody in this and just not even worry about it. I don't understand why we're so slow on the charcoal. I really don't. Do these people, they have people in it yet? No. I'm going to optimize that after this episode. Hopefully we get some more people moving in, but it's so slow. Do we have 124 firewood here? We're not hurting for firewood. We're just not turning it into charcoal, which is frustrating. It's also worth mentioning that we've had people go out to fight multiple times, so that's probably slowing us down a little bit, but things are looking good, dude. Okay, so these fields, they're plowing, sowing. Sowing is 64%. I don't know when we have to have it sown by. Crop's already growing here. I think we were a little bit late, but we'll be better prepared for next year. Is this going up still, or did we completely miss the mark? Sowing process, 77, 78, 80. Yeah, it's going up. We're in April now. It's going up. That's what I'm talking about. 79% high population growth. We need some time to pass. Aha! Our first person moved into the burgage plot. I'm going to assign them to the farmhouse. Invalid assignment. All right, we'll take somebody off, and then we're gonna take them and we're gonna assign them to the farmhouse. There it is. Our first farm family has moved in. I think they just had a second person join. They did. This one's upgradable. Do we want to upgrade it? I feel like why not? It's gonna make us more money, right? You get more regional wealth. I mean, it's 1 per family per month. It doesn't really change much. To be honest, I think that might be a waste, especially in the farm buildings. On the other ones, it's worth it. On these, it's not. It appears like the farming is already done. A lot of waiting happening. So I'm going to take at least 5 families off. Again, I want to get to the point where we don't have to do this. I'm going to say let just for the heck of it, just to see what happens. I'm going to throw a couple other fields out here, and we'll just see if it ends up working out for us later. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We just won't use them. It's not a big deal. So you could put another field right here. Looks good. I like when they're kind of a little bit not perfect. Another field here. I mean, we don't want too many fields, but those we'll just put on straight up fallow, and we'll see if those get better as time goes on. Which leaves us with more people we can put collecting berries, making charcoal. Let's just max these guys out as much as we can. We've got the tailor shop working there. We've got our burgage plot level 2. Should we try a cobbler's shop? I'm gonna try cobbler again. It didn't work for us before. We'll see if they start making shoes. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. We're also gonna need somebody on the dyer's workshop. So let's add somebody there. And we've got more families working here. We're starting to spread ourselves a little bit thin, but that's okay. Do we have anybody in the mining pit? We do. We need to make sure we're always getting more in terms of the iron slabs. We could honestly probably use 2 people in the bloomery, but we need another person before we commit to that. I'm gonna say let's take somebody off the charcoal kiln. So we've got a maxed and then a 2-person, and let's put a 2nd person on the bloomery so we can keep making weapons and stuff. We're at 33 spears, 36 people in a unit. So I think that's where we should put our limits. If we go into trade here, we're gonna make 36, not 40 for the war bows. For the small shields, we could buy a route and start selling these. I'm gonna go for it. We could eventually go to 72 too, to be able to have 2 legions, but I don't know how many legions of people we're gonna need. Let's start making some money if we're not going to war right now. 87% happiness, baby. Look at that. Market food variety, clothing market variety, church level, everything is looking freaking fantastic. We could not ask for any more than what we currently have. Can we link this? We can't really link that. I'm gonna link it anyway. Let's have this come out here. Massive, massive, massive upgrades. I'm feeling good. I just think we need people moving in. That ultimately we're gonna be all right. Food is looking good. Fuel is looking rough. We need to worry about fuel a bit, but we're looking okay. We need to keep fighting the camps when they pop up. There's none right now. We need to keep getting influence. We need to be able to collect that last Monopoly piece over there. That's Park Place, baby, over there in the corner. These two can work together. These two can work together. We can squeeze this guy like a sandwich, and we can assert dominance over the territory that should be ours anyway. All right. I'll see you guys next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm loving where we're going with this. I think we're turning a tide here. I think we're on the brink of total annihilation. I'll see you guys there.